Hello everybody, I'm Queen Sparky, and today I'm going to record a message directed to Toys for Bob, just in case they ever actually get it. The rumours of the internet are that Skylanders 7 may in fact be cancelled, and that's pretty sad. And even collectors like myself have seen stocks dwindle. And that's terrible, because I've been collecting since 2011. My first game was on the 3DS, and it's just spiralled out of control since there. Now I own multiple copies of each game on different platforms. That way I can use all the figures to their full potential. And they're sat in a glass cabinet when they're not in use, so I can admire their design. But not everybody is like that. Yeah, I have next to me a collection of different types of Skylanders that have been created in the past. And, well, maybe it would be a good idea to bring these types of Skylanders back. For example, when Trap Team came out, you could pay for two little ones. Now these are adorable. Ideally they were made for travel size for the tablet version, but these didn't actually do anything in particular in the game, so they weren't necessary. But actually, maybe you should involve these. Maybe you should like make a door where only a mini could go through. That way past toys are involved in new games, and it will cut down on creation of toys. Same with the Trap Masters and the Giants. I mean, yeah, they're playable in the new games, but they don't actually have a particular role. And that, I think, needs to stop. It's like the same with these. This is one of my favourites actually, it's so cute. But if the new game is coming out, these characters, they might not even have a role in Skylanders 7. Yeah, they're playable, but they don't have a role. One particular kind of Skylander figure. Now these you can actually use still in a side game, but it would be nice to see these used in the adventure itself as well. Don't let these fade out, because at the end of the day, these, as well as the games, are still your products. And you want people buying these at full price at retail for as long as possible. Not just for a year. That doesn't make any sense. These were a brilliant idea. This particular one, I have created a Skylander of myself. So for the first time ever, I can jump into Skylands. These, I haven't stocked up on these because the same thing with the traps. They were usable for a year and then they faded out. And I really don't want these to fade out. I would like to be able to play myself in Skylanders 7, 8, 9, if you can manage to keep going that long. But at the end of the day, it costs money to make these. So why not get families buying the old figures again? I mean, even the light cores have disappeared. And well, maybe you could get through a door being a legendary. That way, people have to go to Toys R Us and buy a figure to go through a certain passage in the game. That would be a good idea. Maybe you have to be an elite. You know, I've got so many figures that well, over the years they will get used, but then I don't feel like they're being used to their full potential, and that's not due to me replaying the games over and over again. What these characters could potentially do. I mean, the 3DS has been ditched, yeah, but you're using the Amiibo reader on the Nintendo Switch to load in these figures, which I think is fantastic. You know, Skylanders Imaginators would be the only reason I'd get a Switch, and the futures of Skylanders, well, might be in the balance, so depending on how the company picks up is dependent on if I'm getting a Switch or not. If it's the end for Skylanders, then I'm not going to bother. But you could do like apps where it could be a pet, or you could train it up like a Pokemon and battle your friends over Wi-Fi. You know, all these potential possibilities are just going out the window. And I really don't want to see the Skylander of myself just sit there unused. No. You know, little ones like this, that would be an awesome pet for the 3DS or the Switch. Oh, yeah, you can battle it, make it stronger and battle your friends over the Wi-Fi on the PS4. You know, little side games as well as the main adventure. Well, Pokemon do that, so yeah, that's my message really. I don't want to see all these Skylanders just be used in the main game and not have their own little side quests. I mean, you've got the idea for, well, not the idea, you've got the Netflix TV show. So you're not making toys there. And if you make a Skylanders 7 where there are no toys, but you have to use the past toys to get through the game, would add value to the toys you've already made. Therefore it's cheaper for you. So that's just my thoughts. I hope maybe you see this video, and I hope something like, you know, I hope Skylanders 7 is actually there, and I hope you do bring these forward. Don't let them die. That's very important. People like to create their own things. And while I'm on the subject of talking to Toys for Bob, come on, nicknames. I mean, underneath, you can't really see it much, but I played these over and over again, and even though the full game was complete, I like to level up all my characters, and I like to give them my own nickname. They were more like little cyber pets and more like Pokemon then, but you can't personalise them that much, and they just sit on the shelf in the cabinet, and that's not what you want. So these are the key to the future. I've created other family members as a Skylander, so that's pretty cool to do the races as a family member is pretty cool. So I don't have to use these characters. I could play as myself, or my dad can play as him, and we could be driving a car around Chompy Mountain. Yeah. But don't let the creativity die, and the creativity the company itself has created in the past, don't let that die either. So Yeah, you guys have been creative, but maybe hand the creativity over. You know, that's the future. Skylanders 7, mainly these characters, but use past characters. Don't let them die. You know, be a legendary for a door. Be a mini for a door. You want to open a box as a giant. You don't do that anymore. You want to sell the entire lot, not just 1 year's figures. And also, when Skylanders Giants came out, you did a Portal Owners Pack. That's really annoying to me, because each game you sell, you're losing money because you've packaged it with a portal. Yeah, it's okay for newcomers, but people like me, I've got a big box of portals. You've had to pay for making them, and I don't really want them. So, and if I do end up getting a Nintendo Switch, why? No, it doesn't come with a portal. Well, it comes with figures that I don't really want because I already have, and you've paid to make them, which I'm going to end up trading in anyway. So you've lost out again there. If the game was sold separately on its own, then I get what I want and you get the money you need, and nothing is wasted. Just a thought, you know. I can't stand waste, and you want to make money, and I don't want to buy what I don't need, and I don't want to double buy, and I want the best out of my characters, and I believe you as a company want me to have the best out of my characters. Yeah, this isn't a professional video, I'm doing it in my bedroom. You know, I'm not used to talking to camera, that's pretty obvious. But I don't want Skylanders to die, that's why I'm making this. And you don't want Skylanders to die. Yeah, I hope you get this video, and I hope some of the ideas that I've put across are useful to you. I'm just hoping for the best for Skylanders, and I can't wait and hear what the rumours are on February the 9th. Bye!